fight single-handedly broke up my marriage. You're an awful person.
You're 24 years old. Why would I listen to you? Why would you be giving therapy and advice to people who clearly need it? It doesn't make any sense, Ari. This is a horrible idea.
You're listening to
Unlicensed
Therapy with Ari Manis.
You haven't made therapy.
I got it made on Etsy. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
It's like, it's supposed to be, Etsy is supposed to be for people to put up their homemade products.
Yeah.
To sell.
Are we recording now?
Technically we're recording. But I think what Etsy has turned into is mostly just businesses putting up their existing products and saying, we're on Etsy now.
Like
know?
Amazon?
Yeah, kind of. So if me and you made industrial metal signs and we had a business here in LA, we just make an Etsy store and say we make it look a little handier, a little artsier.
A little boutique. We just make these out of our garage.
But most of them are just already existing businesses. It's not what it was when it started.
Yeah.
When it started, it was like, 18-year-old girls who made handmade bracelets for fun.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to sell these on Etsy.
Yeah. Now it's business.
Yeah.
It always goes that way.
Mm-hmm.
It always ends that way.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm glad to have you back on the podcast. You're the first person to ever come back a second
really?
time. And I'm glad you are, because this has been a horrible week for me, actually. I recently got my SoundCloud hacked. And my SoundCloud was my host, my podcast host. So a lot of episodes are gone now forever. And I think your first episode is actually gone.
Gone forever?
It happened
Really?
this weekend. It got hacked. So now the only ones that exist are the first 10, I believe, unless you're in there, and the ones on YouTube.
So you don't host on what are the other ones?
I'm switching hosts now. I'm switching to Simplecast, and I contacted SoundCloud to try and get my shit back, but
And what did they say?
they didn't even get back to me.
What was it, hacked by a single person or like a hacker?
I don't know.
Professional hacker. Wow. I wonder what's the benefit from that, to take over your
I had
page?
a big following, and
How many on SoundCloud?
I had like 500,000.
I remember it was big. It was big to start with. You got in at the right time. So now do you lose all those listeners? Like, are your numbers
I don't know.
Am I the first episode since?
You're the first episode since the hack, and I'm working on it. So hopefully Monday I see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but oh well, onwards
Yeah, you
and
just keep
upwards. I'm just gonna keep going, and hopefully my real fans, the real listeners,
Yeah, the real ones,
are still listening.
not just the bots.
I don't even remember what we talked about on our first.
I was trying to think when you
It
said
was
that.
years ago. I don't.
I think
remember.
it was 4 years ago.
3-4 years ago. I don't remember what your issues were at the time, but you got a lot of them. You're a fucked up guy.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of darkness inside you.
I do, huh?
You used to be a drug addict,
Yeah.
or you still are a drug addict.
Yeah.
You're just sober.
Yeah.
And you have had a lot of sexual issues.
Yeah.
You're a sex addict.
Yeah.
You have family issues.
Yeah.
You don't get along with your mom.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better. You didn't get there was a point in time where you didn't get along with your brother since I've known you.
Yeah.
You guys weren't on speaking terms.
I know.
And that was weird for
6
me,
months.
because I
6 months.
like both of you. I mean, I'm closer to you, but
Yeah.
but you're both, the Randolph brothers.
Yeah.
You didn't talk for 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months.
Wow, that's a long time.
I know.
Especially when it's your brother.
I know.
That's cool. But now you guys are good. You're good with your mom. You're married.
Yeah.
That's changed a lot. Last time you were on this podcast, not only do I think you weren't dating Chelsea, I don't even think she was alive in our world. I don't think you even knew her.
I knew her before the store. So yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew her before the store.
From meetings?
No, I met her at Sal's open mic.
Oh, okay.
I was hosting the open mic 2014, and she tried to cut in line. That's how I remember her. That's how I met her.
What'd she do to try and cut?
She's like, hey, so I'm like 5th in line. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay, so can we, like, she was like tripping that I was like going to like hold the integrity of the line, And I'm like, What's she gonna do? Like, why do you want to skip the line? If you had like a show or something, you're like, hey,
Yeah.
I host
She
this
just
mic.
wanted to skip.
Yeah, and I didn't. And then I said something negative towards her on like when I went up, and I wasn't trying to hook up with her. I really did feel bad. I was like, fuck, dude, why did I said I forgot what I said, but I said I like talked shit about her for her opening. I could tell it hurt her. It was like, it was like a little too far. So I went on Facebook. And like I messaged her, hey, what's up? I just want to say sorry. Like that was kind of rude to me. And
what'd she say?
She's like, well, why did you say that? And I was like, I don't know, like probably because you're a hot chick and I'm not, and you were trying to fucking cut in line, and I just didn't want to put up with that.
Dude, I will say, I mean, I wasn't there. I'm not there for the situation, but that does piss me off when people just try and cut the line. It's like
for what?
All these
Yeah.
other people signed up.
I don't like that either.
Why do you get special treatment?
It'd be one thing if like you were hosting a mic or I was hosting a mic,
And I'm
like,
your
all right,
friend, yeah.
and you're my friend. Number one, you're my friend. Maybe you're hosting another mic that, hey, I'll cut you in. That's how it goes.
Or if
Cool.
she was like, listen, I know I don't know you. You don't have to do this, but I have a spot that I would like to try and make, and if I can get up earlier, then I'd be like, for sure, I get it.
Yeah.
But just to be like, hey, can you just put me up earlier? And I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, I never get
What?
that.
That happened because I used to host the mic at the Ice House.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, someone would come up to me and they're like, hey, can I cold open? I'd be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I know. It's so rude.
Or I'll be hosting potluck, and someone will come up to me and they'll be like, can I get on the list for potluck? I'd be like, did you sign up for the open mic?
yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't get put on. Like, okay. Well, I'm not going to put you on. I don't know. I have friends that I don't get to put on.
Some people just they have no shame.
Yeah,
like
just
with
have no problem.
They have no shame with
I'm a big
asking.
stickler about that.
I know, me too. Me too.
So what's going on in your life? What's bothering you?
You're hitting me at a good time right now.
I mean, everyone's got problems always, I
Everyone's
think
got-
every time's a good time, maybe now, but the fact that you feel like it's a good time, what's going on?
I had a nervous breakdown over the Christmas holiday.
A straight up breakdown? Like, did you have to be hospitalized?
A bipolar manic episode. And
do you agree that it was a bipolar manic episode?
yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. So I'll just run you back like right before the breakdown. So I got married to Chelsea August 11th. You were at the wedding. It was like fun.
Those are fun weddings.
Dude, it was the best day of my life.
I think, it was fun. I'm a little mad that you guys didn't like Lucas Hurl's review video of it.
I didn't mind it.
Oh, Chelsea didn't like it.
Well,
Because I thought that video was amazing.
I thought it was
And I
hilarious.
thought the wedding was amazing.
Me too. We were okay. So Lucas Hurl does these Yelp reviews of people's birthday parties. He started with my wedding.
Yeah.
So you got to see on our side. It did sting a little bit, but I would say keep it up forever. It's funny, right?
It was so okay. So let's just describe what your wedding was first.
Our wedding was a party.
It was two comedians getting married,
Yeah.
and they, I would say intentionally you made the wedding a fun, funny wedding.
Yeah.
It was a nice wedding. It was
Stephen
at the,
Brody Stevens did stand up.
Yeah, Sam Tripoli
did stand up.
There were a bunch of Comedy Store people there, and also just like the location. It was at the Madonna Inn in Santa Barbara, which is
Yeah, Google it. There's all
it's
different
just like
themed
a
rooms.
weird place. It's like a weird kind of. I would describe it as like a white trash venue.
Yeah, yeah, you could have. Yeah,
Like it's fun. It's nice. It's not. It doesn't suck, but it's like a funny, weird. It's not a. I would say it's not the average wedding. It doesn't look anything like the average
no,
place
it's
for
not
a
like
wedding.
it's not like all my friends are getting married and they're getting married at like the Bel Air Country Club or like
Yeah.
on the beach in Malibu or like a nice place in Malibu or by the beach or something. But this was a quirky. It's almost like there's always film shoots there. Every room has a different theme. So there'd be like a pirate theme room, an Elvis room.
Yeah.
and everything's pink and they have a pink tennis court.
Yeah, it's just it's weird.
It's weird.
and I don't know why, but I would describe it as like white trash, but in
Like-
a fun way.
Yeah, like Elvis, like kind of like Graceland or something.
Yeah.
Like kind of like white trash good time.
And then for food, you had like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the appetizers and grilled cheese and French fries and hot dogs on a stick, which
Yeah.
I love all those foods.
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't even like fancy wedding food, so I'm stoked. But again, it was like, to me, when you do that, you're making a statement like, this is a funny wedding, you know?
Okay, so that's and the review of the food is what on Chelsea's side. So you don't know when you're let me tell you the other side of that. So yeah, so Lucas did this amazing Yelp review.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious. First of all, we're in the bridal suite in Tuscany, Tuscany, Italy, on a country farm.
You're on your honeymoon.
On our honeymoon
Yeah.
in Italy, if you say, "Hey, we just got married," they will give you the best of the best. So Chelsea's spoiled. So I just now paid off the wedding, the honeymoon. It was very expensive. We went to the best hotels in Italy. I mean, the best meals. Everything was the best. I've never lived like that. I'm just normal guy. Yeah. The best of the best. I've never even been to Europe, so it was.
It was an expensive honeymoon.
It's so expensive.
How long was it too? It was long.
Some rooms were $1,000 a night we stayed at.
Wow. But how long was your honeymoon?
Like 2 weeks.
So you went in debt to do this honeymoon. You didn't pay cash.
Yeah, credit card. I just paid it off. I'm really good about paying stuff off, so I just paid it off. But yeah, I went into debt for this honeymoon, and so not only are we at the best hotels in the world. So like when Paris Hilton or like any of these people, like you're on Instagram like, oh, I stayed there. We're getting the best hotel rooms at those best hotels in the world. So we're at Tuscany. We got the corner suite. We're like, it's our wedding. They're like, we know. And they had like candies ready for us and food and we got the bridal suite. So we got this. It looked like
it's very nice.
It was like where Brad Pitt would stay.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there after making love in custom robes. And we're laying down and we go, let's go on social media. And dude, it couldn't have been a worse time. We're feeling like kings and queens. And then I go, Chelsea, you got to get in here. I'm laying on the bed. She's like getting out of the shower. I'm like, Lucas Hurl did a review of our wedding. And it was like, this thing was a fucking white trash wedding. and Chelsea was like, oh my God. Dude, for the wedding planning, you get steamrolled when you're a dude. The chicks fucking
they plan it.
It is the chicks' day, dude.
Sure.
And I fucking passive. Chelsea's like, I think there should be this flower. Okay, baby. Okay. Finally, like 3/4 of the way through the wedding planning, I was like, dude, this is my wedding too. I want a pink tux, so I got a pink tux. I started saying, I want this, I want that. I don't, I'm a guy. Dude,
yeah.
I want a hot chick to marry who's cool and funny. Got it. Like. Yeah. And but I was like, we were doing the food, and Chelsea's like, well, we're gonna do this hors d'oeuvre and this, and we had to get the food at the Madonna Inn. If we didn't choose their food,
there's a big fee,
$5,000 fee. So if I want to bring in a taco truck or the In-N-Out truck, it would they tax you. They have very limited stuff.
Right.
Chelsea started picking all the Italian stuff, and that was great. And I said, dude, I want peanut butter and jelly and corn dogs or whatever it was. She's like, that's not gonna happen at our wedding. We're not having peanut butter and jelly. I'm like, dude, everybody's gonna be stoned there partying. I want peanut butter, jelly, and corn dogs. Those are all my choices, all the white trash choices, because I was like, bro, everybody's gonna be hammered. They don't care if
But I want you to know, people liked it.
Everybody did.
Everyone liked it.
Grilled cheese,
like that video. Lucas Hurl had a great time at the wedding.
It was a joke.
He loved the wedding.
Yeah, he was just having fun. He was a comedian. So all the things that I fought for to be in the wedding,
is what got made fun of. Yeah.
And she was like, you see, this is what I didn't want people. People are gonna say that like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like, so that brought up a whole argument that we had a fucking all his critiques were stuff that I fought for to have in the wedding to be fun. And so that just, she was like, oh my God. And this was like, you got to take it down. Fucking, because it kind of took us out of our honeymoon. So here we are at our honeymoon. How many people liked it? How many people, that thing was going viral. Everybody was sharing it, fucking liking it, fucking,
Yeah, it was like the first thing Lucas put out.
I didn't know Lucas did that kind of shit, dude. Yeah, it was his debut as a fucking creator.
Yeah.
Was tearing down our wedding. And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And he still has it. It was the first one.
I hope he puts it back up.
I do too.
Yeah.
We got to press on Chelsea.
I think we got to get Chelsea to lighten up.
He was supposed to be on Chelsea's podcast yesterday, but he rescheduled.
Okay.
And so I think when he goes back on there, he should ask for it. It was funny. It was
funny. And then he critiqued my birthday.
Oh yeah, I couldn't go to that. Yeah, that was funny, man. Mm-hmm. That was very funny.
My birthday, for those out there, was very similar to your wedding, I'd say. I got a Hummer limousine.
Yeah, it was a Hummer?
I got a Hummer limo, and it picked me and my friends up from here, my apartment, and it took us to a Cece's Pizza in Corona, which is about an hour away. So I got a Hummer limo to drive us an hour to like shithole Corona. We ate at the 909 disgusting $6 pizza buffet, and then the limo dropped us back off.
Were people just tripping out at the restaurant?
I mean, I loved it because I went there back when I was in high school at military school. There was a Cece's near the school, and I would go there like once a month.
And I would like to. I'm pitching a reverse episode. We won't get into it now. It's your story, not my story. But yeah, I want to do a reverse episode on your podcast, or you can come on my podcast, which I haven't done in 4 months. Or I could interview you about military school.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun.
Ari was telling me. I'm not going to tell any stories, but Ari was just giving me a brief recap of his stay in military school. Because if you guys know Ari, every once in a while, maybe once every year, every other year, he'll post a military school picture when he was in Roswell, New Mexico at military school.
I only have like 2 pictures of me at that
with
whole
a shaved
place.
head, looking miserable. It's like the picture just tells it. You're like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened in military school is what Chelsea said when you posted that picture. And I said, I thought the same thing. What the fuck happened
people
to you?
are blown away because they're like, why'd you go there?
The most serious picture. You should post it on one of these podcasts. Or if how do they find it if they're following you on social media?
It's
you
on
put it
my
Instagram?
social media somewhere. But yeah, I'll post it on this podcast.
So he was
too.
telling me the hour before we did this podcast, he was kind of recapping some of the highlights from military school, and it was just Ari went through hell. I mean, it was just unreal. But that's a different podcast.
That's might be a 2 podcast part.
And you've never talked about it.
Not that I recall, not in depth.
Yeah. One thing I noticed
I've
about
mentioned it.
all my comedian friends is that their craziest stories they never tell because they're like, oh, I never even thought about that. It's like,
Right.
dude, you were in the fucking Navy SEALs and killed 3 people. Yeah, but that's not funny. It's like
I mean, it's also crazy how long ago it was now too. Like it feels like a lifetime ago. That was when I was 13 and I'm 29 now.
Wow.
So it was like almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
It's pretty wild.
That is
13
wild.
to 15. So yeah, it was like 15, 20 years ago.
Those are crucial years
when I went. Yeah.
for development.
But it definitely, I still remember it.
So I got married
Got married.
August 11th, and then I have been, and I don't want to talk about it too much. I guess I'm not supposed to.
About your
Can they hear
marriage?
that car alarm or no?
No.
Oh, no. So then I started pitching. I created a character, a motivational speaking character named Martin. So
that's right.
I work at the comedy
And
store.
by the way, you've been doing that character for, a few
2
years
years
now?
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, I've got it down to where I like it. It took 2 years, but I use a remote headset. And I have been using my time at the comedy store not to do stand-up comedy.
I mean, it's a ridiculous, hilarious character.
Yeah.
But then also a whole nother unique element of it is he'll do it on stand-up shows. So it'll be back-to-back 10 different comedians doing 3 minutes each. And then they'll be like, all right, we have a special guest. This isn't a comedian. We have a motivational speaker here practicing to do
Staples
Center. Give it up for Martin Martins. And then it's this guy, and then he has a wireless headset on from the back of the room and starts talking, and everyone in the audience is just like, what's going on?
I bought this really expensive headset that hijacks the mic at the comedies or anywhere I'm at. So I plug into mic 2, a half hour before the show, and then I push a button and I take over the audio.
Yeah.
And so I could start from the bathroom from outside.
Yeah, anywhere.
I could be 300 feet from the stage. And so now they're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, everyone's just confused.
Yeah. And they'll kill the lights sometimes, do a spotlight in the main room. So I get a lot of support because the people that are running the shows, a lot of times the tech and the sound guys, like, it's a 4-hour show and they're just doing the same thing. So they're like, yeah, I'll fucking do that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're excited for something
new,
completely new and different.
Yeah, so I've been doing like revivals and people have cried and I've been fake broken glass. I'm breaking on people. So, I got a good manager. Shout out to Mike Griffin and Paul Young and they're like, this is a TV show. And so I've been writing it for like the last year on top of planning for a wedding and, just working 2 jobs and all this stuff. So I've been under a lot of stress and, I pitched the show. I took it out right before the holidays. I took it out and, I've been sober for 10 years. I haven't smoked a cigarette in 8 or 9 years. And I was so stressed. I started smoking. They're like, all right, my manager was kind of like, all right, dude, I had a sizzle reel together. I got a Tony Robbins cameraman saw me doing it. That's Kyle. And he was like, are you doing Tony? I said, yeah. He goes, well, I'll help you with the mockumentary thing. So he just did beat for beat what Tony does kind of. And I made a great sizzle reel. Mark Maron's in it. Bobby Lee's in it. Steve-O's in it. All these people. So I got a great sizzle reel. And they're like, this is a television show. So I pitched 7 networks right before Christmas. And, mistake number 1, I was sure I was going to sell it, on my first round of pitches. And, I'm smoking cigarettes. Chelsea's like, dude, you're being a psycho. Like, I was just fixated on this.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my one shot in my life and I have to be my best. And I did really well for all the pitches. But before I was just a bundle of nerves, wasn't dealing with things, wasn't eating right, wasn't sleeping properly, and was just so focused on just the 10 minutes, 20 minutes you're in these offices. I had a 2-week pitch process, so all these 7 networks, all the biggest ones, and I did really well, but one by one they all passed, and I was just absolutely sure this one, I don't want to say the names, but that this one was going to take it, and they kind of, unofficially were like, hey, yeah, dude, we're looking for content. This belongs on our thing. Then they passed, and when they passed, I just didn't act like, it's like when someone really hurts your feelings, how you don't acknowledge it. Like, I just stuffed it. We were kind of talking about that today. I just went, all right, fuck it. Fuck it. That didn't happen. I don't even care. And I didn't acknowledge it. And, now I'm vaping cigarettes and fucking just stressing. And it was kind of like the end of the year. I had been working my ass off on this character, and I pushed the boulder up the hill, and it didn't happen. And I just was like really, really, really sad, really shocked, really brokenhearted, and I've done a lot of things that people think are hilarious that I don't even think are funny. I'm like, really, that's funny? Like, that's not even funny to me. But this is a show I think is really funny. Like, it's funny. It belongs on television. Like, you saw the sizzle reel. Like, I'm very honest about my work. I'm very hard on myself. It belongs. I'm looking at billboards that are up right now, and fucking, I'm not impressed. And I'm not. I'm seeing a lot of TV shows. I've seen a lot of great ones this year, but I've also been like, really? That's on fucking this channel? That's what they took? So I really think my show belongs on television. It's funny, and when it didn't happen the first round, I just went in a hole. And
it's just that feeling of rejection,
that feeling of rejection.
Rejection never feels good.
And I didn't start on the freshman football team, and I fucked up in an all-star game when I was 12, and all these memories started flooding back, and I just stuffed them. So Chelsea's like, you're acting weird. This is where it gets interesting. All right, so and I've never had this experience. So then this is like December 20th. So this is a month ago. So I'm just stressed. I go back to the Comedy Store. A bunch more people got passed. I didn't get passed. And I'm just feeling like, okay, all right, what am I doing? 38. What's going on? Everything I'm working towards isn't manifesting. And then everybody goes, well, dude, Chelsea's my soulmate. I've liked her for a really long time. Like, dude, you just got married to your soulmate, and that's fucking awesome. But still, career, I'm like, what's going on? I start getting, I'm a door guy.
Right. Your love is one aspect of life. There's still other aspects that can make you sad or happy.
Yeah. And it's
money, your career, your friends.
Yeah. I've got great friends.
Yeah,
I've got a great marriage.
Your health.
Yeah. And so, I didn't realize how important health was. And so one December, I think it was December 20th, I didn't sleep. I go to bed. Chelsea goes to bed. We get off late at the Comedy Store, so I'm kind of a night owl. I go to bed 4. Last night I went to bed at 5. Slept into 1. I didn't go to sleep the whole night. I work for the lawyer during the day, so on credit card processing, and I go to the Comedy Store. So I just work another 14-hour day. No big deal. It's not that hard. I didn't sleep last night. Whatever. The next night I go to bed. I'm not tired. So I was like, I'm not tired. I didn't sleep the night before. I just lay in bed, and it's as the night's going on, I'm getting more and more energy. The fucking 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. I go, Chelsea, I'll be right back. I'm going to go on a walk. She's like, huh? What? I go on a walk from 7. I feel like I have an abundance of energy. So from 7 in the morning to 11 in the morning or 10, I'm walking around West Hollywood, just walking, walk to the Comedy Store and back. I live on over by the Viper Room. So I walked. I go, Chelsea, I didn't fucking sleep last night. She goes, are you serious? You didn't sleep last night? I go to work at my day job, the Comedy Store. That night I go to bed. I didn't fucking sleep. So I'm on 3 nights, dead, so 10 years sober. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm drinking too much coffee. I didn't sleep. So I fucking worked 2 jobs. By then I'm starting to get scared. I called my mom at 4 in the morning. She woke up, and this breakdown actually helped patch some things up with my mom, but I started crying on the phone. I said, Mom, I haven't slept in almost 4 days. She goes, what? I go, I haven't fucking slept in 4 days. I'm really stressed out. I haven't slept. I have not slept. And maybe 20 minutes or just laying there, but I don't remember sleeping. So I started going crazy. And I used to be a very bad Coke addict. And the record I did was 4 days. I just fucking did so much blow. There's a reason for it. I went on a Coke run. I didn't sleep for 4 days, but that's my record. And now here I am 10 years sober. I haven't slept for 4 days. I'm like, what is wrong? So the fourth morning, I wake up, and I'm like, I go to my day job, go to the Comedy Store. I'm working the patio, and someone's like, "What show is Joe Rogan on?" And I can't even answer him. I haven't slept in 4 days. I'm like, "Huh?" The guy's like, "What show?" I walk in. I'm like, my brain starts spinning, and I go, "Curtis, I gotta go home right now." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I haven't slept in 4 days. I don't know what's going on. I'm a good employee. Like I've never called in sick." And I was like, "I've never called in sick in 4 years, Curtis. So I'm telling you," and he was like, "Okay, go." And I just walked home. That night, Chelsea goes to sleep. She goes, "You're fucking scaring me." And so I'm starting to act a little weird. I'm just getting panicky. And I go check myself into Cedars-Sinai. I go, "I'm here. I don't feel good. I haven't slept in 4 days." I lay down. I go to the emergency room. The guy next to me, the nurse walks in. She goes, "Oh, you're the guy that's on a bunch of cocaine and can't sleep." I go, "No." She goes, "Oh, wrong room." And she's talking to some cholo in the next room, dude. It was like, and I was like, that because I saw that guy come in, and I go, "No, I can't sleep either, but I'm not." So I go, "I'm 10 years sober. I got to be real careful to tell you guys that." And they go, the doctor goes, "Take this." I forgot what it was, but it was like a tranquilizer. I call my sponsor. I tell him what's going on. He goes, "Fucking take it. So your doctor gave it to you. Don't get in the habit of it." I took this tranquilizer. So you got to think, in 10 years, I haven't done anything. I haven't taken a Tylenol, PM, NyQuil, nothing. I take this, fucking knocks me on my ass. I haven't done weed or anything in 10 years.
Yeah.
I sit down on the couch, and Chelsea's like, "Oh my God." And I just I went home, took this pill, fucking laid down. I was more fucked up than I've ever been, but it wasn't even fun. It was just disorienting.
Yeah.
And I started to go to sleep, and I just fucking fought through it. And I was like, "I'm not tired." And I instantly was sober. Like something in my brain just was like overrode it. I was like, "I'm not fucking tired." So now this is day 5. I haven't slept. I'm like, "I'm going to fucking the Kaiser emergency room." And Chelsea goes, "I'm going with you." So it was Christmas Day. I call my mom. I'm like, "I can't come over this morning. I haven't slept." I'm fucking crying. I'm like, "I don't know what's going on, dude. There's nothing scary, Ari. You can't. It's a nightmare."
Yeah, you don't know what's wrong with you.
I can't sleep.
Yeah, I've never been up for 5 days ever in my whole life.
And I'm not tired. And you're not like your eyes are like, I'm not tired. And all I want to do is walk. So I'm just pacing around the house, and I just have this rush of energy. All I want to do is walk. So I'm telling Chelsea I'm walking from my house to the Comedy Store, my house to the Comedy Store, back, like that Starbucks. Boom, boom, boom. Walking at odd hours at night, like, because I just get up. I'm like, I can't. The bed just like was claustrophobic. I'm like, I need to get out. Need to walk. So I'm calling my mom, and my mom's like, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, "I'm out here with these bums. I'm afraid I'm losing my mind." She's like, "Go into Starbucks and get a coffee." And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Just so you know you're not a bum," or something. So like, if my mom's talking to me, I'm walking around with this coffee. I go to Kaiser. So Chelsea goes, "We're going to Kaiser." Going to the Kaiser emergency room. She goes, he's having problems. So I call my therapist and my sponsor, and I'm like, "Dude, they're going to put me on a lockdown." He's like, and they both said that wouldn't be the worst thing for you right now. You haven't slept for 5 years. Who cares if they lock you down? You need mental help. That was the scariest thing in my fucking life. So I'm like a free man. I could go just walk the streets. I'm like, or I can go back in this hospital and be like, "Yeah, I'm starting to lose it. I don't know what's going on." And they're going to lock me up. So they take me back to this room. They're like, "Lay on this hospital bed." And I'm like, "Are you guys going to strap me down?" And Chelsea was like, "Dude, don't start asking fucking questions like that. Just, dude, if you guys start acting weird, it's going to be bad, you know?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Hey, I'm a comic with a Comedy Store, and I'm just, so I was just trying to be cool. And the doctor came in. He's like, "You're having a panic attack. Take this pill." And I took the pill. My sponsor was like, "Take it." I took the pill, and it kind of chilled me out. I went home. I slept for 1 hour. So I woke up the day after Christmas. I said, "Chelsea, I slept 1 hour." She's like, "You slept 1 hour?" I'm like, thank God for my wife. And she got me in a psychiatrist. She's like, "We're going to a fucking psychiatrist right now, dude." And she got me in day after Christmas to a psychiatrist. This lady heard my whole story. And she's like, "You're having a bipolar manic episode." She goes, "Are you bipolar?" I said, "No, I don't." 10 years sober. She goes, "I'm 21 years sober." I was like, "Okay." She's like, I'm sober. I don't do drugs. I don't know. Never had a history of this. I have, I'm depressed a lot, and I'm fucking panicked, and I have a lot of weird shit. I'm like hyper and overly emotional, but I don't know if that's just being an artist or whatever. And so she goes, "You're having a bipolar manic episode. Take this Seroquel. I gave you 7 days worth. I give you 30 days worth. Take it for 7 days. It'll pull you out. This might just be an episode." I said, "I'm under stress." She goes, "Yeah, that'll pull people into weird shit sometimes." So I went and took that pill, knocked out, and slept for 8 hours. Woke up the next day. I had tickets to go to Chelsea's family in New York. So the next day I'm on a plane to fucking New York. I haven't slept in 5 days. I just slept. Now I'm in New York, going to the holidays, New Year's parties with Chelsea and all her friends, and fucking, I'm just like taking these Seroquels at night, so it's knocking me out. But I felt like edgy, and like I just felt like I saw Abby just in the middle of the road. I just walking around. What's up, Abby? It's fucking, 40 degrees out. It's fucking cold, and I'm walking around, and I just like I'm in New York, and I just feel like super paranoid, dude. Like just like what's going, like just edgy.
Just not yourself.
Not myself, dude. Like at my lowest, I didn't get the fucking show, and now I'm like looking at my billboard, seeing who they did choose. And I'm just like, dude, that was the lowest this year. This holidays in New York, I was wandering around in New York. We got a bunch of spots to do in New York. I didn't do any of them. Like, I don't want to fucking do con. What am I gonna go to a bar show in fucking Brooklyn? Make these idiots like, I just started getting real negative. I was like, dude, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this right now. I just want a week off. And so, I went there, and then I came home, and I went to so I have a credit card processing business that I started, and it's starting to take off a little bit. And I think a couple years I could be rich from it. It's just a slow process, but I sell credit card processing to like nutraceutical companies and people who are selling stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we specialize in. So I had to go to this fucking convention in New York, in Vegas. So now I'm coming from New York to Vegas. I just had this breakdown, and I had these Ativan pills. And the doctor was like, who's 21 years sober, the psychiatrist, she's like, the Seroquel I'm giving you, take them for 7 days. They're not addictive. They're fine. They'll help you go to sleep. They'll treat what's going on right now. This Ativan, only take it in emergency. It's highly addictive. So I land in Vegas. I go to the showroom floor. There's 3,000 people fucking selling credit card processing. You could imagine who's selling internet business. Just fucking weirdos, just people selling guns online and fucking diet pills. And, it's just the pirates of the internet business who are just all meeting up at these annual conventions to go swap trade secrets and do business and stuff. And I'm there trying to sell them credit card processing. There's a guy selling travel fucking, selling Bahamas tickets, and this guy's selling sleeping pills, and it's already weird. So I'm there, and my head just started spinning. I start wandering around Vegas. I go to call one of my best friends, Bill Posley, and Punky picks up the phone. Punky Johnson. So I'm in Vegas. Neither did I. I didn't know they kicked it like that, And so I walked up. What the fuck? And what the fuck? What you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? She's like, it's Punky, bitch. Why are you calling Bill? So I'm on the outskirts of Vegas having a massive panic attack. I'd slept a couple nights in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Punky's yelling at me. I'm like, I'm having a panic attack, this and that. So I get off the phone with her, call my sponsor. He's like, take the Ativan. That's fine. I took this pill. It's wonderful. I've never experienced. Dude, in 10 years,
That's why it's so addictive.
Dude, I took the pill. I went out for so my boss, basically, he's my partner, he's my boss. I take the pill. I kind of within 15 minutes could go back to the showroom floor, met up with him. He goes, I want to take you to the best. Hey, you like Israeli food? And I go, I've never had Israeli food. He goes, I'm going to take you for the best Israeli sandwiches. There's just this hidden spot right next to the Golden Steer in the outskirts of Vegas. So I'm starting to feel so good on the ride. I'm eating this Israeli, one of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever had in my life, and I'm eating this. And then there's an after party at this club that I forgot. I forgot some super famous rapper. I forgot what his name was. But my friends Darren and Kevin Blatt are throwing this after party at this club in Vegas, dude. But went from full panic attack with this one Ativan to dude, I felt great. And I went and got an ice cream. I'm just eating ice cream, walking from casino to casino. All my problems went away. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is why I did drugs. It just felt so good, dude. All my problems went away, and I'm like, dude. So I go to this party. There's 3,000 people there. And they're like, do you want to go up on stage, right before, not 2 Chainz, but dude, it was huge.
They asked you to stand up?
They're like, do you want to do stand up, bro? I'm drinking, I'm eating ice cream. And I go, yeah, how many people? They're like 3,000. I'm like, cool. No one knew I was on an Ativan, dude. And I just had 2 hours before I was panicking on the outskirts of Vegas. I walk out there, dude, take the last lick of my ice cream, put it down. I go, can I get a soda water, a Perrier? They're like, yeah. I crack open a Perrier, and I start doing stand-up in front of 3,000 people.
How'd you do?
I bombed, Ari. They were expecting to see, I forgot what his name was, dude. You could just Google affiliate summit, affiliate after party. But And so I go out there, and people start booing me, dude. Cause I told a couple jokes, I did rude crowd work, and everybody goes, boo. It's all on video. So 3,000 people
booed you?
Dude, I didn't even care. I'm out there. Yeah, so I did well for 2 minutes. And then but they're expecting to see a rapper, and they're like, but before this rapper comes, we have Steven.
How did that happen though?
It just
where
happened.
They asked you to do stand up. Did your your boss go,
I
hey,
knew
my
the guys
buddy's
who were
a
throwing
stand?
the party, and Darren Blatt and Kevin Blatt, and they're fans of the Comedy Store. Like Darren's friends with Richie, friends with me, friends with Redman, and so he actually sold the Paris Hilton sex tape. So he's a celebrity sex tape broker. If you Google Darren Blatt, he's a great presenter he has a podcast with Too Short.
Okay,
interesting guy.
He runs a podcast that he co-hosts with Too Short.
Yes, he does.
Hilarious.
So and he brokers sex tapes for a living. That's what he does for a living. So he's out there throwing this after party. Just so happens he's kind of like in the credit card space too. I walk over, he goes, you gotta come to my brother's party. It's banging, there's 3,000 people there. So I'm on fucking Ativan, eating an ice cream that I bought at the Paris Hotel, licking it, just high.
Dude, I never heard the story that you got booed out by 3,000 people.
Here's
That's
the thing,
insane.
dude. I don't even care. Dude,
I know, you're on Ativan.
The beauty of this drug, dude, I stared them down. Like, they were all just a painting to me, you know? So, like, I go out and, like, I tell a joke. People start laughing. But they're all, the whole crowd was fucked up on drugs. They weren't listening to me. They were just fucking.
They're
partying. It was like a nightclub, and then a spotlight goes on in the middle of a techno party, and I just knew nobody would have done good. You take the best comedian, Bill Burr would not have gotten laughs.
Yeah.
It was not set up for that. It was impossible.
Yeah.
I don't honestly think.
I believe you.
If Chappelle went out there, I don't think that they would be like, dude, where's the rap? You know, and so. So I knew that I just wanted to say I went out in front of 3,000 people, and I was on Ativan. I literally was backstage. I took a peek, and I was like, how many are out there? They're like between 3,000 and 4,000. I've never performed for more than 500. I was like, cool, I got this. Dude, that's how calm I was. Took one more lick of my ice cream, threw it away, asked for a water. I went out there and did like 1 or 2 minutes of jokes. People were laughing like a little bit. And then I like said something nasty to a girl in the front, and everybody's like, boo. It's on video, dude, on Darren Blatt's page. And
he posted it online?
I haven't even seen it. I don't want to see it.
I could go watch this right now.
You can watch it, yeah.
Oh, I have to see this.
Yeah.
Darren Blatt, sex tape broker.
No, his brother Kevin Blatt's the sex broker. Darren throws the after parties. Hold on, I could tell you, I could show you a text from Darren that he got today because he goes, wait, God, okay, hold on. He goes, wait. Hey, I watched your video. You only got booed because you dissed either the girl or the guy you were interacting with. And I had friends tell me the other day that they loved you and didn't think the boo was fair. You had them all entertained. Like, that's a text I just got today. You know, just to remind me, like,
do you think that text was hey, I hope Steven's not feeling bad about that night?
Gotta be, because he's a good guy.
Yeah, it was just hey, I'm gonna cheer this guy up. Yeah. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so
what a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
He throws massive parties with a good heart. Has a good heart.
Yeah, and I bought him. So they're all going boo, and I just like, dude, I was so unfazed that I stayed up there until they're like, hey, the rapper's got to come. You gotta like leave. Like I just looked at him. I didn't care. And this one guy came up to me. He's like, dude, I'm a huge fan of like what you just did. He goes, dude, he was one of their cousins. He goes, you do not give a I look like Bill Burr up there because I was like just fucking chewing gum, like, you know, like truly unaffected. And they're like, that's a pro, you know, like 3,000 people booing and I'm just fucking yawning, dude.
I need to get a hold of some of this out of it.
It's incredible, dude. So I go back in and this guy comes up to me. He goes, dude, your nerves, you have nerves of steel. What's your secret? He goes, dude, I'm a musician and like I've performed in front of big crowds and dude, he's like, you perform in front of 3,000 right now and you didn't do well and you weren't rattled. He goes, you must be so good. I was like, bro, I'm on a fucking a sedative, you know? So like I come back to the hotel room, I go to sleep, I wake up, I come home. The next day I'm having anxiety. I'm like starting to have a panic attack. I'm back in LA. I'm fucking like, God, am I wasting my time at the store? What's going on? And my sponsor's like, take another Ativan. That's fine. That's what they're for. And my therapist said to take it. I told my wife, Chelsea, I was like, I'm going to take one. She goes, dude, I think if you take this one right now, like every time something weird happens, you're going to take an Ativan. So I just didn't take it. I was like, all right, fuck it. You know, and I've just been dealing with it. I've been taking that Seroquel thing at night and I have a therapy session tomorrow. And I'm going to see the psychiatrist in a week, but I've been taking that Ativan. She gave it to me 7 days, told me it'll pull you out of that. I'm scared to stop taking them. I just take them at night and it puts me to sleep. I'm honestly scared to not take it, that I won't sleep. So, you know, that's kind of like what
you're still taking Ativan.
No, not Ativan, the Seroquel, the other one that kind of puts you to sleep. And that's non-addictive.
Right.
And so, you know, I'm pitching the show this week. I have some more pitches coming, but all right, I gotta just tell you, dude, and I like to be honest at podcasts. You know, sometimes on stage I bullshit. You know, we all kind of bullshit a little bit, but like on podcasts, I'm honest. There's no point in lying. I'm fucking low, dude. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, dude. I'm doing good work, and it's not going forward. And I'm, I ran away from stand-up comedy in 2013. I left and I moved in with a girl in San Diego, and I came back, and there's a whole Tony Hinchcliffe element to it. I was talking to him last night, we hugged and stuff, but he saw me run away from comedy, and I would see him every 6 months on the street. He'd be like, you bitch, you fucking ran away and I'm becoming famous, and he's continued to climb, and he's always been like, you ran away. And even when I came back for the first year, you ran away, you're fucking a dork, but it is what it is. And I feel how I felt in 2014, and this is when I ran, so I'm not going to run this time, but I feel low, man. I feel frustrated, low, unappreciated, and I'm not really seeing a lot of. I'm working my fucking. You are too. I'm working hard, dude. I'm working fucking hard.
Hey, man, comedy ain't easy.
If you're out there and you're thinking about doing stand-up comedy, it's awesome.
You
it's
gotta
fun on
have
stage.
thick skin.
Being funny is the 10% of the game. You got to be able to just. You have to have thick skin, and if you want to be a successful comedian. If you see guys that are on TV who are really killing it, you don't know what they've been through, to get there.
Yeah, sometimes.
Tripoli said something so funny. He goes, why fucking super famous entertainers are always fucking assholes? I go, why? He goes, because everybody wants to be nice to him now. And it took them 15 years of walking through shit and rejection to get there. And then everybody wants them on their show and wants to be their friends. And
yeah.
I go, I never thought of that.
I never did either, actually.
Now everybody wants you. Got your own Comedy Central. Hey, all right, we love you. It's like, dude, I could have used you in 2015 when I was eating tacos with Steven crying.
Right. Yeah.
Why could you put me on your fucking show then?
Right. It's like people act like, oh, look at how funny that guy is.
Like,
I've been this funny. Yeah.
Yeah, like a network just signed off on me now, so you will, so it's a frustrating fucking business, dude.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like you have to remember a couple things. You have to remember.
Was that a good story?
Yeah,
I'm still scared, dude. I
it's
hope
good,
I'm not bipolar.
I think it's relatable, and you're probably bipolar, but that's okay.
Really?
Maybe.
What would be your analysis
as an unlicensed therapist?
Yeah,
you seem a little manic.
Yeah, I think so.
But who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
That's a personality trait.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're still a positive guy. You got a beautiful wife. You got a good job. But I think what I would tell you is you have to remember, why you got into this business and why you do comedy. And yes, of course, selling your TV show would be incredible. Dream come true. It would be awesome. Validation, respect, a creative outlet, money.
A living.
It's everything. A living in your
man.
dream job. Of course. That's amazing.
And to tell
we
the people,
all want it.
And to tell the people out there, and please, I want this. Just pause it for 1 second. I want you, but just to the people who aren't in this business, selling a TV show, not just the beauty of having something you created put out there for the world. Also, you are. I don't struggle getting spots. I'm blessed like that, and I think Ari too. I mean, dude, you just got asked to open up the main room right now. Well, we were setting up the podcast, and I just opened up the original room last night at the Comedy Store. But once you have some success in this town, as far as like doing live performances, and that's what we enjoy doing. I love doing live performances. Dude, you walk in, you're on TV, you're an ex-Ultimate Fighter, or you're an ex-soap opera star who's never done stand-up. Within 6 months, you're doing better shows than Ari and I. So once you're on television, you could walk in and you don't have to wait. Ari and I wait for 3 hours to get up for 6 minutes sometimes, still in our career. Once you're kind of in the game and you've sold something and you've achieved some level of success, you're able to just walk into clubs and oh, he's here, and you get up. I'm interested in doing that. I'm interested in just being able to do 3 spots a night at the A clubs.
Be amazing. But what I was gonna say is you have to remember, as amazing as that would be, you got to remember that you're doing comedy because you love comedy.
It's the most important thing.
You
in
love
life.
creating things. You love making people laugh. And you don't need... It's 2019. You don't need that validation. It'd be nice. It'd be amazing. We all want it. But you don't need it. You want to put out a video? Go put out a video. You want to write a new joke and go perform it? Do it. Is it the dream? Are there people that are doing it better and doing what you want to do? Yeah. But that's out of your control.
It's all... A lot of it's out of your control.
A lot of it is out of your control. But what is in your control is being creative, accomplishing things that's in your control. And that's all you can do. And that's all you should do. And the rest of it, hey, if it happens, amazing. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't, that's too bad. But you know what? I'll still be happy because I get to perform still in front of audiences. I get to work at the best comedy club in LA. I get to put out videos on the internet.
I love creating stuff. The only time I'm truly happy is like last night I opened up the original room. All my problems went away. When I was on stage, I had so much fun. That's heaven to me. When I'm live performing, that's heaven. When I'm creating a video, that's heaven. But I guess one thing that I'm thinking of is if I get a show or something like that is I'll be able to have I'll be able to do that all day, 40, 50 hours a week. Right. Instead of selling credit card processing and taking tickets at the door, which I'm not complaining. I have a good life, but it's like I would be able to do what I love all the time.
Yeah. And that's the dream. But just think about, how many people want it, how many people want what you have. There's so many, and yes, it's frustrating to get rejected. It hurts. It
hurts.
Stings.
It really hurt.
There's nothing anybody could say or do that'll completely take that away.
It really hurt, dude. And I guess bombing on stage, dude, it still hurts, but I have calluses there. It's like I'm like, all right, bomb.
Yeah,
fuck,
this is your first thing.
Yeah, this is my first thing. It felt like
it would have been
hurt.
way more amazing to me. Like, no matter how I watched this tutorial, it's great. I think you're great. You know that. Mm-hmm. But even knowing how great you are and knowing that I'd want to see you in a TV show, it would have been way more incredible to me if you had actually sold a TV show. Because,
yeah, I know.
Because it's like, think about how many people who probably pitched shows for years and years and years and then maybe get a deal and then who knows? It's so competitive. It's so hard.
I know.
So you just got to remember, like, hey, you got so far. You're in the door now. On to the next thing.
Yeah.
Make something else. Pitch that. There's guys who are pitching 3 things at once.
I know.
So it's like
I have 2 other things I'm writing.
Yeah. So it's just like that's what you do.
I'm never gonna
don't
stop.
think about the no's. Think about what's next. On to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Power through it.
I'm good friends with Steve-O from Jackass, and he tours with my brother and stuff like that. And so after the 7th no, that was my first call. I texted him. I go all 7 networks pass, and he goes, "Welcome to show business, buddy!" Exclamation mark. That's all he said. He goes, "Welcome."
That's the thing. It's like that dude's famous, and I bet you. How many shows has he sold? Maybe who knows? Probably a couple. I don't know.
I don't even know.
But I guarantee you that guy's been rejected. Even
he's
at now.
He's a machine, dude. That's one thing I like. A lot of people don't know. I know Steve-O pretty well. The guy is just talk about constantly creating content, dude. It's non-fucking stop, and he doesn't care what anybody says. It's just the next second is a new video, a new thing, He constantly reinvents himself. He's constantly creating stuff. And he's very sensitive. I know him. He's just like me or you. He's an artist. He's very sensitive, but he does not, it won't stop. And so I just realized I'm like, and he's someone I view as a very big success. He's like a good wish for what he has, career-wise. Mm-hmm. And, he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like something I have to, I'm new to all this. And so I'm just kind of like, okay, this isn't going to be the last time I get rejected. I'm not going to stop creating stuff. The desire to create stuff is not going to stop. So it's like, I just kind of had a moment to myself where I'm like, dude, I can't be checking in the emergency room every time fucking pilots, so I was like, I've got to deal with this now. And I know that manic thing that probably was in me, but what unleashed that was just not taking care of myself, stress, and just the pressure I put up. My managers weren't putting that pressure on me. They're like, hey, this is great. You did great. You get great pitches. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
On to the next one. We're going to do round 2. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'll prove the football coach is wrong freshman year.
Use it. Use it as motivation. You go, okay, you passed on me. You're going to regret that when you see this next thing I got.
I saw the Queen movie, about the Queen, and that's what happened. They're like, they didn't believe in his, his one song, like Bohemian Rhapsody, and he was like, dude, you're going to be known as the guy who fucking passed on, and he quit and threw a rock through his window. And it's like,
oh, you're not going to book me? Well, I'm going to create a children's book. Bears Don't Like Candy for ages 1 to 4. Get it today on Amazon Prime.
Do you want to talk about
ebook and paperback?
Do you want to talk about your book? I shared it on Facebook. My kid loves it.
Thank you.
I don't have a kid. I have a fictitious kid online, and my kid loved it. And that lady made a weird comment when I shared this. She goes, "Oh, really? Your kid liked it?" Like, yeah, he did.
People take things so seriously.
So what is this about, Ari?
So this is about, this is my newest creation. It's my first book ever. And it's called Bears Don't Like Candy, illustrated by Brad Sachs, written by
I love Brad Sachs.
Ari Manis. Yeah, Brad Sachs, nice guy. Unfortunately, had to quit comedy due to getting married and having 2 kids.
He quit? He was very funny.
Yeah. He quit. Now he's a illustrator for my children's books and his own artwork as well. But yeah, this is a children's book geared towards kids ages 1 through 4 that live in a bear country because it does teach your kids, a valuable lesson not to go into the forest with candy and not to go into the forest without asking their parents for permission first. So if you are a parent or know a parent that lives in bear country, please tell them about Bears Don't Like Candy or buy them a copy as a gift. You can get it on Amazon, 2-day shipping. And yeah.
How much does it cost?
$9.99.
That's reasonable.
Reasonable. It has a couple extra pages in there for kids to draw in, and it's my first book.
Can I have a copy?
You could have a copy.
Will you sign something in there for me?
Of course. I'll sign something in there.
I love it. I'm going to take this one.
And yeah. And now back to the podcast. So yeah, I mean, we've all been
Do I sound
there,
like
man.
a pussy on this one?
No, you don't sound like a pussy.
Do I sound like a baby, like a needy, whiny baby?
No, you don't sound like a needy or baby or a whiny. We've all been there. It's easy for me to say, keep your head up, man. Go create something. Just be funny. Just on to the next thing. But of course I've been there. I've been rejected for something and I couldn't get out of bed the next day because of it. I don't want to, it's like, why did they reject it? It's so good. I know it's good. I know I'm good. It's like you start questioning your self-worth, your talent.
Yes. I've always been a funny guy in high school and class, cake parties. I've always been a funny guy. I started being like, were they all lying to me? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I see some people doing comedy. And I'm like, you shouldn't be doing comedy. Like, who?
Am I one of those people?
Am
You
I
think
one of
that
those
about
zombies?
yourself?
Those comedy zombies that don't know they should. They're like,
am I really unaware of where I'm at in my comedy? You think you have
I
all
hope
these
people would tell me.
negative thoughts? I can't tell you how many times I've had those thoughts, and then
Ari bombed so hard one time. This is. You want to know what stand up is? It's bombing so hard you go to get a haircut because you want to change yourself.
Yeah, I remember. Okay,
what happened to that story?
That's a good
brutal.
story. I'll tell that story. So when I recently, maybe I don't know, 3 years ago. It's recent in the scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
3 years ago, let's say, around then, I got to start. It's not like the Comedy Store where you're regular, but they said, hey, every week you could start putting in your veils at the Hollywood Improv. It's another great.
Oh, that's a big deal. I'm not in that there
in LA. So they're like, you're in the system now, right? And it's exciting, and I don't get spots there all the time, but every now and then they'll throw me a spot, right? And it's usually because I have no manager, I have no TV credits. The spots they give me are hosting the open mic, hosting, opening spots, these teen tours. For the most part, I'll get good spots too every now and then. But this spot was, they said, hey, do you want to go perform for a teen tour? And what that is every year they have like summer camps, and they let them into comedy shows at the Hollywood Improv. So you're performing. Most of the bigger comedians don't want to do that because it's not the best audience. It's a bunch of kids. But me, I'm like, Hollywood Improv, I'd love to.
How old are the kids?
So these kids are ages 13 to 16, something like there.
The ages of military school kids who are just unruly.
New high school kids, probably 8th grade to 11th grade, something around there. I don't know. So in my head too, like, I'm edgy. I say goofy shit. I'm immature. I'm like, they're gonna love me.
Are you not allowed to swear? You can.
You can swear. So in my head, I'm like, I have a 16-year-old brother. I'm an immature guy. Like, I think this is my crowd. This is gonna be fun. I go up there. I bomb so hard.
Oh my god.
Crickets. I didn't get booed or heckled, but it was just, it was a packed show. It was a packed room. It was bombing for 300 people. I'm not saying
300 wow.
or 200, whatever
Kids.
it was. It was full. They weren't like electors. Not like the guy before me killed. In fact, the guy before me
did
bombed
okay
too, but he's not good. I'm not going to say his name. But like, it was just so bad. I walk off the stage, and I remember I was with Desiree Jackson, Dee's daughter.
Yeah, I love Desiree.
And she was nice. She's like, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, yes, it was. And I was like, hey, will you come with me to get a haircut? And she's like, what? You don't need a haircut? I'm like, I need a haircut. I was so shaken from this bomb that I just needed to like change my appearance.
Change something about you.
I was so weird.
Yes.
It's never happened before. I got off stage and I was like, I need to go get a haircut.
There's a clean start.
Yeah. So I went and she
That's
sat with me while I went to a barbershop and got a haircut.
And if you don't know about comedy, that's what it does to you.
And
sometimes.
then the next year, they booked me on it again. I mean, no one was watching me, so they don't know that I bombed.
Yeah.
I don't think. So they booked me on it again, and I was terrified. I was like, I need to do this
to get over this.
I need to get over this. And I was so terrified, though, days leading up to it. I'm like, I bombed so hard last time. I hadn't bombed like that in so long.
Yeah.
I was scared. I did it, and I had a really good set.
You did? Everybody's laughing?
Yeah. It was
I was nervous for you
game.
right now to find out.
I had a beautiful recovery.
It's like being a teacher to those kids.
It does feel like a little bit of being a teacher, because even though comedy is this fun thing, most of those kids are trying to be cool. They don't want to laugh because it might not look cool. They don't really want to be there. They're told to be there. It's not like those kids are like, yeah, take us to stand-up comedy. It's like, hey, you're going to a stand-up comedy show now, so get ready to laugh.
Yeah, and get in the bus and
they're
go.
Like, oh yeah, it'll be cool if I don't laugh at anything, and I won't think any. Fuck those kids.
I know, that's so funny. Bombing so hard to get a haircut.
So hard, dude. It was.
Do you ever tell that story on stage?
I think I have a couple of times,
like
but I don't.
There's someone
yeah,
bombing so hard to get a haircut.
So hard I can get a haircut. Yeah, that's just a funny statement.
That is. I bombed so hard I got a haircut.
That's my life.
Sometimes I feel like on podcasts, like I feel like I should like not talk about this shit. Like sometimes
comedy.
Yeah,
I try not to, but since everyone I have on here is comedians, and we're all obsessed with it.
This is what's going on right now. But I feel like also I should be cooler. Like I should be like, oh, it's going good and everything's fine. It is going good, but it's like it's going great. If I were to hear myself 5 years ago, being like, dude, you're pitching shows. You have you have a manager.
Right.
You have all this, but I don't. You're married. You have a manager. You're pitching shows.
It's funny.
I'd be like, wow, good for you, future Steven. We're kicking
right,
ass.
Like if pre LA Ari saw me now, he'd be going, you're doing a lot of really cool things, like things that I dream of doing. But as soon as you get something, it becomes not that cool pretty fast. You know what I mean? Like the first time you get a 3-minute spot at the Comedy Store, you're like, whoa, I'm performing at the Comedy Store. And then you do that a few times, you're like, yeah, I've done it. It's fine.
I want 5 minutes.
Yeah, whatever. And just everything is kind of like that a little bit. I don't know if it's because we're spoiled or it's because we're just humans.
Human.
Yeah, we have goals, and the goals, as soon as you complete your goal, you're like, okay, what's the next goal?
Yeah, that's how we are, yeah.
And maybe that's what you got to do. You got to take a step back and realize I'm doing things that people dream of doing.
Well, like when I go to the Comedy Store, I'm always interested on the marquee with all the most famous comedians in the world to see who, because it's put in order of who's the biggest, and that order changes. You know, I'll be like, oh, he went down, like he's above him. Do you think they look at that and go like, I'm second?
It's a good question. Yeah, like some of them's like, why isn't my name at the top?
I have a Netflix special right now, and I'm third.
You know what? I'll be honest, because when I get the signs for the marquee, the names sometimes, if there's someone who I really don't like,
you'll put him second or third.
I'll put him on the bottom. when I'm doing the marquee,
I like that.
There's a guy, and I'm like, I have to put him on the marquee. I got to do my job, but if I put him on the bottom, no one's gonna say anything.
He's going to the bottom,
and he's going on the bottom.
Yeah, I get it, dude.
I've done that before.
I've done shit like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I've dropped people's names on that Comedy Store marquee.
Ooh.
When they're in the order, they might have been up here.
Yeah.
Towards the top.
Sorry. You pissed off the wrong person.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that thing about me.
Dude, isn't that funny? That's how it is. I play like that.
It's just a little thing. It doesn't affect him at all. There's no. It just makes me feel
a little better.
A little.
When I
mischievous.
when I worked at a restaurant, I would touch people's food that were mean to me.
Really? If it was a bad table,
I'd put my
you'd
finger
be
in
carrying
their food,
it, and on your way over there, you go.
Some guy goes, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "Power," because I feel like I don't have any, and this is like a slave breaking a tool. It doesn't matter. The master's gonna get a new fucking.
Every time
tool,
I go to eat, and my mom is the type of lady who at a restaurant
will talk shit.
She'll send things back. She'll just be a difficult customer.
Yeah.
And she's never been a waitress for sure, because no waitress ever acts like that. And I say to her all the time, I go,
My friend would kiss the food.
yeah, I go, you know how many times people have spat in your food, Mom? And she goes, no, they don't.
People they don't believe it's even a possibility.
I'm like, you're foolish if you don't think they're doing stuff to your food.
Do you know who's serving you? Stoned teenagers and illegal immigrants.
Maybe not every time. You may be right. Sometimes they just bite their tongues and serve you your food. But sometimes, of all the times you go out to eat, someone's doing shit to your food.
Yeah.
And it's not sanitary, and it's not something that you'd want.
Yeah, that's so funny. Like, yeah, I've messed with food.
Dude, unless they really mess up my order, 90% of the time for me, I suck it up and I eat it. If I order something and I say no tomatoes and they bring me tomatoes, I'll take the tomatoes off. No big deal, man.
One of my best friends who was in my wedding, I'm not going to tell you who it is. We worked at a restaurant together, and there was this guy that was one of the investors. He wore a bow tie. He was just a fucking asshole. And he'd always be like, you save me the end pieces of the bread. And he would like berate us and yell at us. So now we're like, all right, well, the end pieces of bread are going to you. So we're not going to affect anybody else at the table. He liked the end pieces of the bread. And he was an asshole. And my friend would put it up his ass.
What do you mean he put the piece of bread up his ass?
Wipe his ass with the bread.
Yeah, just like.
Put it under his balls. Put his dick on it. One time he even baked a pube. He cut it open, put pubes in it, cinched it back, and then put it in the toaster.
It's like that movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds.
I've never seen it. No, I've never seen it.
It's a classic movie. At least I haven't seen it in years, but I liked it when I was a kid. And I've never been a waiter, but it all
happens
you
at
watch
every
it
restaurant
and
I've ever worked at.
And you know as you're watching it, you go, these are all stories that this writer or director either experienced or heard from someone. This is
Everyone
all
has
real.
done it. Everyone has messed with food.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And my friend would bake, and we go, we have your end pieces, sir, right there. And he's like, that's what I thought. And he would eat. You know, this is a dark story. Should I tell it about the serving?
Absolutely.
So you know, during the end of my Coke days, I was working at this restaurant called Crocodile Cafe. It's no longer around. It's in Pasadena, and my first day, I had a really bad Coke addiction, and I was, just always coming down from blow, grumpy, kind of like some people we know at the store, just kind of, just grumpy, always hungover. And these two cholos came in, and they're two teenage gangsters, and they would come in, they'd order an extra large fries, which was like this heap of fries with ranch. They would eat it, they would get down to the last fry, put a hair in it, and say, we got a fucking hair in it, and they would get it for free. And this girl, when she was training me, she said, oh, this is something you're going to have to deal with. These guys do this. They pay in all quarters. But they'll just end up paying nothing every time. And for some reason, the manager just did, they would just...
Sometimes, especially when you work for a corporation, it's easier to just...
Deal with that.
Deal with it. If you were a small business owner, you go, sorry.
Yeah,
never
some
come back
Italian
here
guy
again.
owning it. Get the fuck out of my store.
But in today's Yelp day and age, and you got a corporate boss, you go, sure thing, man. It's free.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
So I served them. They did that to me one time. And I went, all right, I'm going to take these guys every time, and I'm just going to spit in their food. So I would take their fries, I would hawk loogies in all the just mix it in there with the grease, just fucking cover it in my spit, and serve them. And they would fucking...
Was it literally the same guys each time?
Same two guys.
Yeah.
Same two gangster kids, probably 17, 18. And I was like maybe 22 at the time, 23. So they're around my age, but maybe around my age. My age are a little younger. Gangsters covered in tattoos and I would just spit in it. And it happened for 6 months that I worked there. And every time I'd be like, some girl would be like, oh, I'll take them. I would take them if they weren't in my that's who I was. I'll take them.
Yeah.
And so my last day, I put in my 2 weeks. My last day, they're there. And I'm like, this is the big reveal. I'm going to get to tell them I'm doing what I did. And so I fucking spit in their thing. They go, hey. They were just dicks, and they knew what they were doing.
They did it every time.
Every time they go, there's a fucking hair in the food, homie. Sorry, it's free. And I go, you know what? No problem. I go, guys, and I sat at their booth, dude. I sat down next to them. I go, I got to tell you, it's been a pleasure the last 6 months serving you. I've gotten you every time you've come in. Have you guys noticed that it's always been me? And they just had this look in their face. There's nothing scarier than a white boy who just lost it, And they looked, I go, have you ever noticed I'm the only server that's only served you guys. It's always me because I would always take them. I got them. I'll jump in there. Steven, thank you so much. I never told anybody what I was doing. And I said, I don't like where I'm at in life. I have a very bad drug addiction. I'm suicidal. And I said, I've always taken you guys because I saw what you did the first time. And I thought, what an opportunity to just be a piece of shit back. So I just want to tell you, it's my last day, so I could finally tell you now. I've spit in your food for the entire 6 months you fucking came here. So every time you would eat all the fries, that was drenched in my spit. And then when you would get another refill for free, that was all drenched in spit. And it's been a pleasure to serve you. You don't know how much it's helped me and the pain I have inside. And I go, so I just want to tell you fuckers that. And if you have anything to say to me, I'd love to fucking hear it. And they just looked at the ground. I said, it's been a pleasure doing business with you guys. And they fucking did not say a word. Did not say a word.
Wow. This is a real story?
It's a real story. I never told anybody that story.
That's insane. That's
it was,
awesome.
Dude, I just, that was
they were
that.
just like struck. They just didn't know what to say.
They had not a word because I was staring right at them. And I sat at their table, and that's kind of like it's a psycho move. It's like if a seal were to jump up on a great white, it'd probably swim off. If I saw these guys in an alley, or if I saw these guys drunk at night, they'd probably, fuck me up, or, but it was just like, what's up? Like, obviously this guy's done this for 6 months. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't say a word. And I said something. I said, oh, you guys don't have anything to say? I go, well, I'll see you around. And then afterwards, like like an hour or two later, I'm like, why did I, I started, so, I'm like, fuck, why did I just.
They're going to find me.
Yeah, dude. I had stories like that. I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings with Nick Kekkeris, dude.
All right, we're gonna take a couple of calls here before you got to go. We got 8 minutes.
Ooh, I got to go in
left.
8 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a couple of calls here. Give them advice.
Okay.
So, yeah, these are people who call into the show. If you want to call in, you could email your voice recordings to my email, ari@arimanis.com. And we'll play them on here.
And I want a picture, too.
Yeah. So this is, I feel like I've already played this one, but maybe I didn't. This is from Leslie Jones.
The comedian?
No. But I assume it's another black woman, but
Okay.
we'll see.
There's times when I can't even get up in the morning. Everything feels like a chore, from washing my face to brushing my teeth. And it's been going on for years. What is it? Is it a chemical imbalance? Do I need to take drugs, or do I need to just step up and push through it?
You answered it for us right there, Leslie. You know that you shouldn't take drugs. You know that's not going to work. I don't think we need to say anything. Mm-hmm. She knows. Do I just push through it? Yeah, obviously you push through it.
Yeah. That was a stupid question.
Was that a cry for help? It's really stupid. Do I take drugs? Yeah. Yeah, you go become a drug addict. That's going to fix the problem.
That was a dumb question.
You dumbass.
I'm sorry I did get in that bad mood, but what a dumbass.
Yeah, it's a dumbass. It's like, did you call in just to call? I don't really know.
Yeah. Don't waste our time.
If you have a real problem that you don't know the answer to, that's what this is for. But you clearly already know the answer, and you just wanted to waste our time. So,
probably a prank call.
This is from Rain Thomas.
Morning, doctor. I am.
Does that sound like the same person?
I hope we're not being.
All right. If this
set up here.
If this is Leslie Jones
you're gonna have
again,
to change your number, Ari.
All right.
Doctor, I am calling in. I am having a problem with accepting the role of aging. I am in my early 50s, and I'm thinking I want to run away. I don't know where I want to run away to, but go somewhere, somewhere where I don't have to be an adult and make adult responsibilities and do adult things, just kind of wander aimlessly. Maybe another country, since I am in the States. But of course I have family here, and just kind of disappearing doesn't seem like the right thing to do, but it feels like the right thing to do. And I'm hoping that maybe you can guide me. I am truly like a wanderlust. That girl who just could hop on a train and just get lost in the world and go out
nothing wrong with vacations.
Work with my hands and be a sustainable, giving person. Okay, so please, if you can help me, or even if you can't, it'd be nice just to hear back from you. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Rain.
That's nice.
Yeah, Rain Thomas. I think, it's kind of what we were talking about today, where sometimes you just feel rejected, you feel stuck, you need a change of pace. And you said you have family here, but, they could understand. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. Get away for a while.
I would say get a haircut.
Yeah. Do that
Get a
too.
new haircut.
Get a haircut. Go on. Take a little sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
Take some time off your job.
Mm-hmm.
Mix it up. And if they don't let you take time off your job,
You're at the wrong job.
yeah, quit.
Yeah, I would say they quit.
There's other jobs there. You seem like a responsible person
And polite.
and polite
Mm-hmm.
and black.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She's not a black.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna read one email. This is the first time I'm doing this. Because someone emailed me in this long fucking crazy email.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it.
That's
We're
fine.
gonna give them advice on it. We have 3 minutes. Hey Ari, this is Matt in Charlotte, aka Dark Artist. Okay, so sounds like a Theo Von fan.
Mm-hmm.
Saw me in Charlotte. On YouTube and Instagram. Oh, he's plugging a Dark Artist on YouTube and Instagram. Okay. Well, I made a lot of money by the time I was 27. 7 figures several times over. Okay. The ex cheated on me once. I know I should have left then, but the kids, man. I thought I was doing what's best for them. I found out she found a wimpy, non-A-type personality, play a rat king. I'm not going to read the rest of this email, actually. It doesn't sound real.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that. A lot of Theo Von stuff in there, and I think that...
Theo Von references.
yeah.
It's like, maybe send that to him.
Send that to Theo. It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it stings a little bit. I'm my own man.
Yeah.
This is my podcast.
I think that's... you said enough right there. Don't mess with Ari.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
I don't know if I should leave this in or edit it out.
I think you should leave it in.
Leave it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't email me that shit.
What
dude.
would Theo do? Theo would be like, dude, email them.
Theo's a great guy, but I'm my own man.
You're your own man. When I see you guys on tour, I think two men.
2 individuals.
2 individuals that just happen to be at the same place at the same time doing what they love.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not only gonna not read the rest of that email on the podcast, I'm never gonna read the rest of that email. I don't know what it says after where I stopped reading, and I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah. Too many name drops, buzzwords. We don't need that.
Too many keywords, too many references.
Keywords.
And you know what? Also, be your own man, dude. You're referencing another man's phrases and titles in an email to a separate podcast. Hey, be your own person.
Sounds like you're mixed up.
Watch, admire your favorite comedians, but when you start to talk like them,
Enjoy it.
little pathetic. I do actually
I know,
talk
that's
like Brody Stevens a lot.
No, not you.
Doesn't count. No, I mean, we all do.
Brody's the only one where it's free from
everyone
that.
quotes Brody Stevens.
Yes.
You got it.
You got it. It's like it's not even his. It's
Positive
ours.
push.
Yeah.
Dude, I had him on this podcast.
How was that?
It was a 1-hour Brody Stevens monologue.
Yeah.
I said maybe 3 sentences whole episode.
He's so funny.
There's been 2 guests like that. Him and Barry Katz. Him and Barry Katz both just
them
talk. It's their podcast.
You haven't been on a podcast with Brody. It's his podcast.
Is any podcast with Brody? Good luck.
Enjoy it.
I don't think. Sometimes I'm like, I'm an alpha male, and then sometimes I'm on a podcast with someone else. I go, I'm not an alpha male, clearly, because because I did not talk at all.
The one of the few comedians I've been on tour with is Brody and open for 5 minutes out of the comedy club. We're driving all the way to up north. It's been like 7 hours or something, and Brody's like, the reason why I brought you is because you're a clean comic and you're just polite. And I said, Brody, I'm really dirty, and I swore. And he just goes, oh my god, and he just got quiet for like 20 minutes. I'm like, what? He's never seen me. He just assumed I'm a clean comic.
Didn't he say, when you were on the road with him, didn't he say he'd think I was Greek?
No, dude, this. He goes. Steven, Ari's coming over here with his Greek energy, and you and I are good Jewish guys. And I go, dude, he's not Greek, and I'm not Jewish. And he's like, you're not Jewish? I go, Ari's Jewish. He goes, oh. He goes, you're not Jewish? He goes, that explains a lot. I had a lot of questions that explains it. And I go, are we not friends? He goes, it's definitely changed some things, Steven. And then he got quiet for 20 minutes. And he brought it up for a month, but now I've convinced him, because I'm like, my dad was in entertainment. Brody, I grew up in an entertainment family, this and that. He goes, oh, okay.
Yeah, he loves your stepdad.
Oh, that changed it all. Yeah, my mom's husband, he throws warm up for the Dodgers, and he's a part of the Dodgers organization. And Brody knew him and all of his stats, and so that's
that sealed the deal.
That sealed the deal.
Friend for life.
Friend for life. Festival of Friendship.
Well, thanks
I
for
love
being on the
Brody.
podcast.
Thank you, Ari. I love you very much.
Love
and
you too.
I enjoyed this a lot.
And I know it's funny. You're so sad. And a year from now, you're going to be laughing. I can't believe I let any of that stuff get to me. 1 year from today, you're going to be in a totally another place.
I think so.
And you're going to say to me, I can't believe I was bothered by that and talked about it on your podcast.
And I feel like, I was vulnerable on your podcast. I was like, this is where I'm really at. I could just be like, hey guys, I opened up the Comedy Store last night and I just got married, but like, and just highlight all the goodbye. I want to come here and do therapy with you.
No, and I appreciate it and it's real, but I can tell you that I think 1 year from today, if not less, you're going to be, I can't believe I let that stuff get to me so much.
Awesome.
I really think
dude,
that.
And if that happens, if that change of mind happens, I'd like to come on, that'd be a third time, but not to be greedy, but just, I will come on and say, you were right.
I mean, there's some saying, I don't know who's saying, I'm going to get it wrong, but someone says like, if something's bothering you, think to yourself, will this matter 5 years from now? And if it won't, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? If something's bothering you, think to yourself, is this going to matter in 5 years? Is this problem at all going to matter? And if it isn't, then it's not that big of a problem.
Okay. I like that. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Positive push.
See you later.